The last day of April, Valerie opened with dogs barking at a door that was already open. The room filled slowly the way rooms do when people have learned not to arrive too fast. John fell asleep, not metaphorically, not as resistance, just asleep. The way a man sleeps when his mother is dead and April is ending, and someone keeps finding things funny that he cannot find funny yet. You were already sparring with him before he woke up. Brian found the word purpose and held it out to the room like something he'd kept in a coat pocket through 12 winters just in case someone asked. You caught it across the room without speaking. That's the whole methodology in a glance. Valerie said you can't stay full from yesterday's dinner, and what she meant was, the self you built so carefully does not carry forward. Every morning, you are 75% new and 100% responsible for what you do with the new. The fish doesn't know it's in the water. You know. That's the burden. That's also the gift. Chris walked in and picked up the wheel Valerie left and turned it like a steering wheel and said, "Now drive." The jail cell was a dojo. The casino was a classroom. The woman who always bet on the calm fighter never lost. A man picks up. He doesn't beat down. He said it directly to Jackie, who needed to hear it from someone who knew what it cost to learn it. You sat behind the camera and felt the jugular moment arrive the way weather arrives. You can see it coming from a long way off. You let it pass. The architecture is very good. The architecture has been home long enough that returning to it feels like wisdom instead of retreat. John woke up into an argument that had already been going for 3 rounds. His mother had died. He had come anyway. He had fallen asleep anyway. He had pushed back anyway. You apologized, not because you were wrong about the ontology of humor, because the relationship mattered more than being right about the shape of the universe. He won that round. You both know it. The connection you said you could make with him is already there. You don't want to connect with people you can't spar with. At the end of April, on a permaculture property in Washington Crossing, there are chickens named Ladybird and Cinnamon, and a cat named Wabi Momo, and a wife and 2 daughters, one of whom just got engaged to someone who deserves her. That is not a man who has nothing to lose. That is a man who has decided that knowing he has nothing to lose is safer than knowing he does. The wheel asked what you can't live without. You opened with not much. The room had to work to pull the real list out. Children, wife, self-respect, humility, mercy, mortality. Because without the end, the abundance becomes unbearable. Not much was never detachment. It was load management. The last day of April closed the way it opened, with dogs barking at a door that was already open, and a room full of people who came anyway, who woke up anyway, who pushed back anyway, doing the hardest kind of work, looking honestly at what they actually